Hey guys, this is Lizette. I just wanted to do a video, as I always want to do a video, and talk to you about something that I recognize in myself recently. And it has to do with toxic and negative people. And the perspectives that I want to take are if you encounter a toxic or a negative person, or if you are a toxic or a negative person. So the first perspective, if you encounter a toxic or a negative person, and this can take on the physical sense via a face-to-face interaction, or if you talk to someone on the phone, which usually is my case. And what I've noticed lately is that I cringe, I run, I want to get away from people once I realize that the conversation is going in a negative or a downward spiral. Have you ever called someone or had someone call you and you say, hey girl, hey man, what's going on? And you're like, oh, ain't nothing. And I'm like, what's good? What's happening? And they're like, oh, well, these kids getting on my nerves. And every time I turn around, this guy getting on my nerves, or this chick, every time I turn around, she doing this. And you try to be encouraging, you try to be positive and say, oh, well, it can't be that bad. Yeah, but every time I turn around, it's always something. You ever have those people on the phone? It's always something. And even though you try to kind of take the positive approach and be uplifting and encourage them, they just want to wallow in that awful place that they're in. There's nothing that you can say to them that's going to make them feel better about their situation. Well, my charge to you is that when you encounter that, there's two things that you should do. First and foremost, you should always try and uplift them. Try to see if, maybe you can help turn it around. You might be the only person that they encounter that's going to give them a positive outlook. But if you feel like that's not getting anywhere, then you need to end the conversation. And I know that's not easy. But what happens is if you don't end the conversation, you end up getting sucked in. You end up validating their negativity, getting sucked into their toxicity. And then you start to take on these things that weren't even issues for you before you got on the phone or before you saw this person. And it would be most beneficial to you to have your mental well-being, your physical, your spiritual, and your emotional well-being be something that you focus on, and not let it be attacked by some other outside negative force. So if you can't uplift them, cut the conversation short. Trust me, you will walk away from that conversation feeling a lot better. Don't get sucked in, please. So the other perspective is if you are that person. Now, I know everyone's looking at this saying, I'm not that person. That ain't me. She can't be talking about me. But listen to yourself. Are you constantly going in on the things that are just bothering you every time you get the opportunity to talk to someone? Every time someone calls you, yeah, girl, every time I turn around, or, whew, you'll never believe what happened to me today. Or, yo, man, every time I try, I just can't get ahead. Like, do you find yourself being that person? Do you find yourself always focusing on the negative, always looking for an opportunity to get out what's going on in your life, all the bad stuff, even if it's on social media, on the phone, or in person? Like, take a look at your own interactions and see if you might be that negative person. And if you find that you are, you need to change your thinking. I've said it before, you change your mind, you change your life. So I just wanted to charge everyone with the opportunity to listen and look at your interactions with folks. If they're negative and you're getting sucked in, you need to look for the nearest exit. Wish them Godspeed, pray for them, and move on. Don't get sucked in. But if you are that person, really look at the source of your woes. Really take some time out to say, why is it that every time I turn around, this is always happening? Or what can I do differently? Or how can I change my perspective so even if something continues to play itself out, I have to look at it from a different point of view, and I have to react to it differently. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Stay away from negative people. Encourage them where you can, but don't get sucked in. And if you are negative, I would challenge you to really look at what it is that keeps you so negative and what you can do differently to have a sunnier, positive outlook on your life. As always, I want you to be great, be intentional, on purpose. God bless. And if you like this video, please feel free to leave a comment below or share it so that some of your other friends might get the message. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.